On the table here, spread out on top of everything, are some 8-inch squares. Now, these are all cotton. I had bought these as a lot on eBay. Somebody was selling a bunch of 8-inch squares. And they turned out to be mostly fall colors. So what I'm going to do, I've been making a lot of different things with them. It was 200 squares for like, I don't know, $13 or something. And that's a great way to look for fabric. I've been making different things with them. But now these colors, I've grouped them into the colors. We've got a brown, a beige, a maroon, a green, a blue, a lot of orange, and orange print, and kind of a garden food print. What I'm going to do is make this a Model 20 project. And I'm going to use probably my brown 1950s Model 20, the one that's in the brown suitcase case. And I'm going to piece a total of 6 9-patches. One set of 3 9-patches are going to be the lining of a vest, and the other 3 are going to be the outside. And I had made a vest like this before with smaller squares and a handy stitch, but this one I'm going to make a Model 20 project. I did see on Amazon, this is going to take 54 squares for 6 9-patch panels. And I did see on Amazon that someone is selling 50 squares for $12.99. 8-inch square. So there's a source for some fabric. And maybe you could come up with 4 squares from fabric you already have at home. So a Model 20 project, piecing 6 9-patches to make a vest. And just to show you, this is the Model 20 I'm going to use. I had made a pincushion. These are the thread spools that came with these. I was given one of these when I was 7. And I'm pretty sure this is 6-cord. Vest 6-cord it's called. Needles, extra needles. This particular one came complete. Perfect. It's got everything, including the clamp, in a little suitcase. The clamp goes in the lid, and this just sits in the suitcase like that. Now I know when I got it, I had to, I'm going to put that down carefully, I had to re-glue one of these sections, but that was no problem at all. So, and I'm clamping this to the table because my little black one, I'm still a little bit heartbroken about it. My little black one I had on the footstool, and something scared the dog when he was a puppy, and he knocked it over, and it really taught me something about the Model 20s. They're more fragile than you would think. After he knocked it over, I could not get it to sew. Somehow the very simple bar going from the hand wheel to the needle bar, which is in here, bent, and I couldn't straighten it for the life of me. I was so mad. So this one is going to be clamped on the table as I do this project. Okay, this is a piece of scrap fabric that I'm going to just put some stitching on, using it as a patch for one of my dog's tennis balls, and taking the opportunity to just check the stitching on the machine. These really are convenient for piecing. have quilted placemats with one of these. So you can see that my tension is a little loose. So I will just tighten it a bit. I'm using Coates and Clark, it used to be Coates and Clark, Coates Dual Duty Plus thread, which is the thread that these machines seem to do best with. Let me just take it off of there. And you want to remember, with any of the chain stitchers, you have to end your stitching by locking it, having the last thread come up through the last loop. And to do that, you can pull some out from the top, take a little seam ripper, pull it off to the right, and then basically just pull the fabric out. And that has the thread coming through the last loop. And when that happens, you just take a pin and do the next loop. It's still there, but it broke off right near the last loop. So you just want to make sure you pull a loop up and have the thread coming through it like that. So there, I've tightened the tension. This is cotton. There's a couple of little loopy things when I was doing swirls and stuff. So I'll keep doing that and check the stitching for a little while. You know, I'll just cover this fabric and check it out. When you start stitching again, you want to hold the thread to the front for 3 stitches, then put it toward the back, and now that tension's much better right there. Still one big loop there, but it should be fine. So I'm not going to bore you with all of my piecing, and I will probably update my YouTube channel when I get either the vest sewn together or I get all the 9 patches done. And you can make your own patchwork fabric. I had done this. I have a dress pattern. It's a plain dress pattern, but it has an upper bodice. And I had decided that I would quilt a section, make my own patchwork fabric and quilt it, and then use that for the bodice. So you can make your own patchwork fabric and then insert it in any commercial sewing pattern to add something different to a regular pattern. The Model 20, perfect for piecing. Okay, that's my first 9 patch almost finished. And we've got orange, green, blue, maroons, pattern, brown, and I'm going to add green, another pattern, and orange. And I'm showing you this because I want to mention the scale of using 8-inch blocks. Very fast, very easy to put it together. Normally these might be quilt tops. The pattern I have for the vest, a lot of this is going to get cut off and shaped. But you want to keep in mind, these blocks are going to make you appear larger. So if you're a little bit overweight, you might want to change these to 5-inch blocks. So 8 times 3 is 24 inches to start with. I'm doing 1/4-inch seam allowances. You can use 5 or 6-inch blocks and come up with the same width fabric that way and just piece more blocks. it depends on the look that you want. Now, if I were making a skirt out of this, I wouldn't really need to think about that. It's, you know, whatever's up near your face is what people are going to see first. So this, for me, is going to be lined with the same type of fabric, and it's going to be for wearing with jeans or sweatpants, you know, plain kind of bulky looking stuff to begin with. And so it shouldn't look out of proportion. But both with the fabrics and with the size blocks, you want to consider that. But this has taken me like 10 minutes to get this far. So 9 patches is not going to take long at all. And the Model 20 does it beautifully.